and welcome to Shrisa Holistic Wellness Channel. I am your friend and host, Shetal Upadhyay. Today, we have a very special guest with us, Kevin Davidson of Stewart Title. Kevin is a business development officer at Stewart Title. Today, Kevin is going to give us quick tips on title, and he will also discuss marketing strategies for real estate agents. So without further ado, please welcome Kevin Davidson of Stewart Title. Hi, Kevin. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Shatal?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for being with us on my channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us today.
No problem. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
So, Kevin, could you please tell us a little bit about what title is? Just some quick tips for my viewers, please.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So when you purchase or sell a property, in my case, residential real estate, it is a very good idea. It's not required, but it's a very good idea for there to be a title policy during the purchase transaction. And basically, what a title policy is a title policy is insurance that the property that's being sold can be sold free and clear, meaning there's no encumbrances, there's no additional people out there that would want to claim partial ownership of the property. There's no liens on the property. Nobody's owed money from the sale or purchase of the property. What title insurance does is title insurance ensures that if there are any encumbrances, that they're cleared up before the title does switch hands. And if there's not, the title can be sold free and clear. And in the case that something comes up later in life, it's an insurance policy that if something does come up that, God forbid, the title company, which we never do, but something is missed or something comes up later, that title policy insurance is there, and the title company will take care of whatever does come up. And some of the things that we at Stewart Title like to tell agents as far as tips and tricks. First of all, title is not the only player in the transaction. There's also the mortgage company, the inspection company, the survey company, and then a host of other entities. So we can only get the title contract closed as fast as the other people or the other entities that are part of the transaction. If everybody cooperates and everybody plays fair, does what they're supposed to do, we can close in a week or two. But it really depends on, the other players, because we're the ones that are directing traffic. Come prepared when you send the contract over. Make sure the contract is fully and completely filled out and signed by both parties, or it's not going to be a valid contract. And just be patient. We're here to make sure that you have a smooth transaction, and we know that you want to get paid. We know that you want to have a great experience for your client or clients. And that's what we're here for. So just be patient, and everything will go smooth. And whenever we need something or you have a question, send us an email, give us a call.
Okay, great. That's great information. So basically, title company is with the transaction from the very beginning, from the get-go, correct?
Yes, once there is a signed contract by both parties, that's when the title company gets involved.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, Kevin, I know that you are also working with business development side of Stewart Title. So I know there are a lot of real estate agents out there that want to know how to market themselves. And I think you have a very special service that you provide. It's a free service that you provide to real estate agents. Could you please go a little bit in detail as to what you do and what type of marketing strategies you provide and assistance you provide to real estate agents, please?
Yes. If you allow me to just kind of start at the beginning, I graduated college with a marketing degree. So I've been helping businesses grow and expand their business for 25 years. And one of the things that makes me different, because there's a title company on every corner and there's a BDO on every corner, and they're all after everybody's the same business. You have to differentiate yourself. And so what I did, I realized about 8-9 years ago that the one aspect of a real estate agent's relationship with their broker that is missing is the fact that the broker, in most cases, doesn't really help them learn how to run their business like a business. They don't teach them how to create marketing strategies to get leads to grow their business. And so, since that's what I've been doing since I graduated college, I decided to take marketing concepts that I've learned and that I've used that have got me where I'm at today. I turned them into CE classes and I teach them for credit, but I take it one step further. And if anybody attends my class and says, hey, I'd like to learn how to do that, or I would like to learn how to create a marketing platform for my business. I learn how to, use social media effectively to get leads, all kinds of numbers of things that you can do. I will actually sit down with real estate agents one-on-one every 2 weeks, and I'll teach you whatever you want to know. And the only thing that I don't charge anything for it. The only thing that I ask is if I'm going to help you grow your business, then reciprocate and help me grow my business. But I meet with 2 to 3 agents every single day.
Great. That's great service that you're providing. And I see that you're very passionate about it. I myself have taken your offer, and you've helped me with CRM. I've learned a lot from you as well. You're a great individual, great human being. So when you say that there has to be a reciprocation of services, you teach, and then in return, Stewart Title gets business as well, right? So how has that been from your experience? Has that worked for you? Have agents come back and given you business? Has agents come back and said, hey, Kevin, what you did for me, what you taught me has helped me a great deal grow my business. So how has been your experience with that?
Yeah, so it does work. I'll be honest with you, not 100% of the agents I help reciprocate and send me business. But when that happens, we talk on the side and we deal with that. But for the most part, I do. Matter of fact, I got a phone call right before I came on your podcast today from an agent that has never sent me a contract that I work with. And she's called me today to tell me she's got one coming my way. So yeah, it works. In the first 3 years that I've been with Stewart Title, the majority, because I'm a numbers guy, so I like to look at numbers and figure out where things are coming from and who's doing what and how long and all that stuff. Drives my boss crazy. But the majority, I'd say probably 60% over the last 3 years of the new contracts that we've got into both of my Richmond and Sugar Land office have come from agents that have never used the 2 offices before. And about 50 to 60% of those were from agents that I work with one-on-one.
Okay. So when you start working with a new agent, how has your experience been? It is, if they're receptive, or what does it take to be successful as far as marketing is concerned from your experience?
One word, consistency. There's nothing that I can teach an agent that's going to be a light switch today and tomorrow they get leads. Every business on the planet started from scratch, building their marketing platform. They had to get their brand out there, get their face out there, get their image out there. And over time, things started to work. I can't ever promise an agent when that's going to happen for them. I can't tell them how successful or unsuccessful they'll be, but I can promise them that if you do what I ask you to do and you do it consistently, sooner or later, things will start happening for you. It's like a water faucet. You never know when it's going to turn on. It starts to drip. But once it turns on, when it turns on, you found what works for your business, and you just keep doing that. If you stop doing that, the water faucet's going to turn off. It's all about consistency. Marketing is just consistency. Getting yourself out there as much as you can, doing as much as you can, getting your face out there. I think I've told you this before. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. How are they going to know, like, and trust you if they never see you and they never hear from you? So marketing's not rocket science. It's not something that, only a few people have a smart enough brain to figure out. Marketing is just getting yourself out there and being consistent. What I do for agents is I teach them the path and the roads to use to get there, and then they have to get on the road and do it themselves.
Okay. Well, great. Yeah, it's all about doing your own work and keep doing it because that's what works, right?
Exactly.
And that's where success comes from. So is there one particular situation where you felt like an agent, you were trying to help the agent as much as possible, and then the agent was giving up and you kept pushing and there was a success story behind that? Do you have like an example?
Yeah, so she's one of my favorites. She actually has moved to Florida, and so she does business in Houston on the selling side and does business on the buying side in Florida. She was in Houston, but her family dynamic changed, and she had moved back in with her family in Florida. But and she has no problem with me. Her name is Gina Rodriguez, and she was one of my first agents that I worked with. I helped her create a marketing platform, a brand, showed her how to use social media, showed her how to get herself on video, how to use video effectively, I helped her get a website created. Um, and she was my first guest on my podcast about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And she is now closing business in two different states, 3 to 4 contracts a month.
Wow.
And most of the leads she gets are from the marketing that I showed her how to do. She pretty much knew what she was supposed to do before she met me, but she didn't have any guidance of where and how to do it and how often. And I just gave her the roadmap and I gave her, I taught her what I do. And now she's Gina. Her company's called Gina's Realty for You, and she has her own brand and her own company, and she flies back and forth from Houston to Florida once or twice every couple of months, and closes deals in Houston and closes deals in Florida, and she's got her own company going.
Great. Yeah. Does that make you feel proud?
Of
Your
course.
services are helping? Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All I want is for agents to be successful. And if they can be successful by implementing the things that I can teach them, that just makes me more proud because I know it works for me because it helped me get where I'm at today. So I know it works. And so if you implement it and it works for you, then it's just, it just makes you feel a lot better. Because, I just um I people say you work for a title company. What do you do every day? You sell title insurance. No, I don't sell title insurance. I get up every day and I help agents grow their business. That's what I do. I just happen to do it from a title company.
Perfect. Perfect. So, can you give one example of a marketing tool that you would suggest to a new agent?
Yes, matter of fact, the one I'll recommend. I mean, there's 20 or 30 I could, but the one that is most important to me, besides social media, is what you and I are working on, CRM. So I truly believe, and when I say this, I hope I don't offend anybody, but I truly believe that if you're a real estate agent and you're not using a CRM, find another career because you're in the business of meeting people. In my opinion, 75 to 80, 85% of the people that you meet in your daily real estate business don't need your services the day you meet them. They need it later when something in their life changes. We decide to buy, we decide to sell, we decide to downsize, we need to release a place, whatever it is. I want to buy my first investment property. That didn't happen the day you met them at that networking event or at that restaurant or a friend's gathering. If you leave that meeting and you don't put their contact information in a database that allows you to market to them every month for the next 2 or 3 years, when they wake up in 6 months from now and decide, it is time to sell, and they don't have a relationship with a real estate agent, they're not going to think of you. It's not their responsibility to remember you're an agent. It's your responsibility to keep reminding as many people as possible that you are an agent and you're available and you're out there and you're an expert. And a CRM, a customer retention management system, is the perfect tool for that. You put somebody's minimum first name and email address in your database, You create a drip campaign that sends out an email to your database based on their persona every month, once a month for the next 2, 3 years or whatever. When something changes in their life down the road, they decide they need real estate. They don't know an agent, but the wife or the husband says, "But I keep getting these emails from this lady named Chatal from Realm. Let's call her." Okay. It's residual business. It's business that you don't think you're ever going to get, but it pops back up. And the more people that are in your database and the longer you do this, the more you're going to see leads come in from your database from people that you don't remember, but you met them somewhere in the past, but they know you because you keep sending them an email once a month. That's the key. And then at the same time, the CRM can be used as a link to your social media. It can be used as a document storage and sending source. It can be used as a meeting reminder. It can be used as characteristic reminders about your contacts, like their birthday and how many kids and if they're married and things like that. There's a good CRM can basically be your assistant or run your company. And I know from experience, because I've used several CRMs to run the sales and marketing department for 2 different property management companies.
Wow. And I know you're also helping me create one for my other business as well.
Yes.
My Vastu consultancy and then my home staging and interior design business as well. So thank you for that guidance that you've provided to me. So Kevin, if any of my viewers or any agents that are watching this, or for anybody that that's related to real estate business, would like to reach out to you and get your help, how can they reach out to you?
Very easy. They can either call me on my cell phone number, which is 832-654-0527, or they can email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. Stewart is spelled Stewart, not Stewart, Stuart.
Which I do all the time.
Yep. Or just find me on Facebook, Kevin Davidson, Instagram, Stewart Title Fort Bend, and reach out to me through there.
And I'll go ahead and put that information on the slide as well, so that my viewers can have that information. Are there any tips or anything that you want to leave my viewers with that may help them?
The main one is you have to, if you're running your own business, you have to treat your business like every other company on the planet. You're no different than an Apple computer or a Macintosh or a Stewart Title or a Kroger or a McDonald's. You have to market your business. You have to get yourself out there, and you have to be consistent. If you try one thing and you don't do anything else, and in 6 weeks, you don't understand why you ain't got any leads, it's because you have to do these things over and over and over and over and over. You have to keep trying. It's consistency is the name of the game. If you're not consistent, it's not going to work. And you have to work your marketing strategies into your daily work schedule. You can't just do them on a whim, and you can't do them just when you think about it. You have to say, on Monday from 10 to 11, I'm going to do X. And from Tuesday from 5 to 6, I'm going to do X or whatever. And you have to do it. You can't come up with excuses. You can't say, "Oh, I've got a listing," or, I want to have lunch with Chatal or whatever. You have to do them, because if you're not putting your company out there, you're not putting yourself out there, and you're not marketing your business, good luck.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for the great insight, both on title and marketing. I'm sure my viewers are going to gain some knowledge. And I hope that they're reaching out to you for more guidance as well. And you have a fantastic day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for asking me to be on the podcast. I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All
right. Bye, Kevin. Thank you.
Bye, Chatal. Thank you.